Well, good evening from the WIS newsroom. I'm Greg Adeline alongside Adam Burbank and Chief Meteorologist Adam Clark. As we look ahead to our Saturday weather-wise, looks like we have some rain in the morning, but it should clear out by the time the evening rolls around.
That's right, Adam. So do we need to cancel any plans?
I wouldn't cancel any plans for the morning. Maybe, yes. Soda City could have a little bit of rain shower action in the morning, but the evening looks okay, and we've got another round that comes in late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. I'm talking like 1 a.m. to about 5 in the morning Sunday. But then Sunday looks okay. It will be breezy and much colder. But as far as our headlines go, we've got mostly cloudy skies tonight. Some showers are late. Saturday, on and off rain showers. Sunday, it's windy and cooler. So the winds are going to pick up. We tied a record today. Today's high was 84. Our record is 84 from 2014. So 2014 was the last time we were at 84. So we tied that. Here's looking at tomorrow. So you can make your plans with this. 50% chance of rain around 7 o'clock, 40% chance at 10 and 11, or 10 and 1. 20% chance at 4 o'clock and a little bit drier by 7. Here's looking at the future radar. A few spot showers for us. You can see some downpours just down to our south. And with those downpours, we could actually see some thunder and lightning. So some downpours that could bring over an inch of rain in that region. Here it is at 5 o'clock Saturday. Overcast skies. And there it is Sunday morning. So some heavier rain Sunday. I had somebody ask me on Facebook, or actually sent an email, should I fertilize and maybe seed the lawn? I was like, well, we are going to get pretty cold after this, but we are going to see some rain that could dissolve that around 1/4 of an inch. And I'll show you just how much here. We're going to see just the model showing around 1/4 of an inch here in Columbia, a little more down to the south, 1.21 in North, about an inch in Orangeburg, 59/100ths in Manning. So it's a 60% chance of rain showers Saturday, Sunday, 20%, 57 degrees. And the wind is picking up for your Sunday. Gusts up to 24 to 27 miles per hour. We've got 36 mile per hour gust at 3 o'clock. And then as we head towards 9, it gets a little bit better. So tonight, down to 59 degrees in Columbia, 57 Camden, and 59 degrees in Sumter. Here's your 10-day forecast. 60% chance of rain Saturday, 20% chance for your Sunday, a high of 57 degrees. And by Monday, we're at 46 and down to 25. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to get pretty cold for Monday morning, and then into Tuesday, we're at 25 degrees and 50, 37 and 65 degrees Wednesday, and a 50% chance of rain by Thursday. But we're back in the mid-60s. Okay, guys, back to you.
All right, Adam, thanks so much. Well, a Chapin man will be sent to a mental health facility and not prison after a Lexington County judge found him not guilty by reason of insanity in the 2023 Lake Murray stabbing of his next-door neighbor.
Cameron Hinckley faced attempted murder and other charges related to the December 2023 stabbing along Loveless Lane in Chapin. The victim, Bruce Loveless, was stabbed 11 times.
Arnick Neville covered that hearing today and shares the victim's message from inside the courtroom.
Loveless was, of course, disappointed, fearful that if Hinckley ever does get out, he may not be his last victim. The entire Loveless family giving powerful impact statements, telling the judge that they believe there were warning signs that were missed that could have prevented all of this from happening in the first place.
I must follow the law. That's my ruling. Thank you.
Judge Deborah McCaslin ruled Cameron Hinckley couldn't tell right from wrong when he stabbed neighbor Bruce Loveless in 2023, finding him not guilty by reason of insanity.
I'm sorry, Mr. Loveless, that happened to you.
She made the determination after hours-long testimony from forensic psychiatrist Dr. Richard Frierson, who diagnosed Hinckley with schizophrenia.
For every 100 criminal responsibility evaluations I'm asked to do, I might give an opinion that a person was illegally insane maybe 1% of the time. It's a very hard standard to meet.
But the Loveless family argues Hinckley knew exactly what he did. By his own admission, he went home, cleaned the knife, and hid in a closet.
Our home used to be our refuge. Now it feels like a place where violence has broken through the walls.
Loveless says critical cell phone evidence was never collected.
They didn't get dealt a full hand. It's like playing, 5-card stud and you're only getting 3 cards.
I asked him if he thought the judge would make a different decision.
I had about a 2% chance of living, so I always got hope, right? So if I had a 20% chance, I thought that, yeah, I had a really good chance of something different happening today.
Solicitor Rick Hubbard made a point to say during this hearing that he believes Hinckley is a danger to the community. He said his office intends to advocate for continued confinement. Reporting in Lexington, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
Now, the judge stressed that the ruling does not mean that Hinckley will be released.
And he will be in a secure facility, have another evaluation, and then another hearing 4 months from now to determine if he should remain hospitalized. And another story we are continuing to follow, a bill making its way through the State House would slash property taxes on boats nearly in half.
Yeah, currently South Carolina taxes boats at 10.5%, which boating organizations say, in fact, is one of the highest in the nation. The State House reporter Stephen Biddix has those details.
This pontoon boat is made in Lexington County, South Carolina, and would cost you $50,000. If you were to register it in South Carolina, your property taxes would come up to $2,800 a year. That's 300% more than our neighbors to the north or Georgia to the south.
So this tax rate works for no one.
According to lawmakers, South Carolina boasts one of the highest property tax rates on boats in the nation at 10.5%. A bill passed by the House that advanced through a Senate committee unanimously would knock that down to 6%.
The so-called wealthy boat owners, you're taxing them out of the state. The folks that have the John boats, the pontoon boats, the bass boats, the smaller center console boats, you're taxing them off the water.
The people who get squeezed are the people that are buying a John boat or a skiff. Those guys don't have the ability to go register their boat in Delaware or Montana, hire a lawyer and go to Montana and register it.
Many South Carolinians register their boats in other states to avoid the tax. Brandon Crutchfield owns Marine 360 in Chapin and says it's a constant conversation with prospective buyers.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. It comes up every day. People are constantly asking what the impact of the taxes are going to be. I mean, literally, I was just talking to a customer 5 minutes ago, and that's the number one question he had for me was how much were property taxes going to be.
Sea Hunt Boats is based out of Columbia, building thousands of boats a year, employing hundreds. Robbie Coates says reducing this tax can help local businesses like his.
It's a big barrier for us, to keep producing boats. We want to keep the people employed in the state of South Carolina, so we need to keep those sales going, and sometimes property tax really interfere with the sale.
The bill phases in the decrease over the next few years. Boat owners would also skip the separate registration fee for outboard motors, which reduces costs even more. We expect the full Senate to take a vote on the bill next week. If it makes it to Governor Henry McMaster's desk, he has signaled support of the bill in the past. Reporting in Columbia, I'm Stephen Biddix.
Well, the many faces, voices, as well as stories of Black history getting a new home in Orangeburg.
After a year-long delay, the South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is inching closer to moving into a new building in the heart of the city.
Arlena Allen spoke with the museum's founder to get an idea what this will mean for that community.
Well, Black history here in Orangeburg is getting a new home. Right now, this is where the South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is located, here on Lake Drive. But soon, this new space will showcase thousands of historical artifacts and powerful pictures, all preserving the stories that helped shape the civil rights movement.
I look at it as that we are the guardians of a hidden history, the stories that must be told.
Civil rights photographer and museum founder Cecil J. Williams knows all too well the many faces of Black history and the vicious barriers of racism they had to overcome. He spent 70 years documenting it behind a camera lens, even getting in front of the lens himself to defy segregation in this iconic photo. Now he's looking ahead at putting more Black history on display in a new 11,000 square foot facility located in the heart of the city of Orangeburg. The new building serving as a pillar in the city's Railway Corner redevelopment project, working to revitalize what was once a thriving hub for African American businesses and the grounds of civil rights protests. Right now, new student housing is under construction next door. Williams says he wants to educate more people on South Carolina's role in the civil rights movement. Williams says he plans to host a soft opening in May and expects the doors to open to the new museum by the end of the year. Lena Allen, WIS News 10.
Well, at the Winter Olympics, luge athletes speed down an icy track at speeds of more than 90 miles per hour.
Chandler Jordan tells us about the physics that propels these athletes to victory in your moment of science.
Luge joined the Winter Olympics as an official sport in 1964. The first team to ever represent the United States was a group of soldiers stationed in Europe. It wasn't until 1998 that the United States would medal for the first time in the event. In 2014, Aaron Hamlin became the first American to win a medal in singles luge. Luge is basically controlled falling. These athletes lie flat on their backs on a small sled, using only their bodies to steer. The track itself is engineered with bank curves that can generate forces up to 5 times greater than the athlete's body weight. Competing in luge, aerodynamics is a major key to success. Athletes wear skin-tight suits and helmets to reduce air resistance. Even their head position matters, as lifting just an inch can cost hundredths of a second. The sleds are made of fiberglass and steel. As these sleds get into motion, they generate heat. The heat generated can help partially melt the ice, which allows for the sleds to reach higher speeds. Steering the sled happens through shoulder pressure and leg movements. These small adjustments shift weight and change the sled's angle. Luge athletes train their core strength and reflexes to make these micro corrections at speeds as high as 90 miles per hour. In luge, margins of victory are measured in milliseconds. As Team USA looks to add to their medal count, you know more about the physics and aerodynamics that make all the difference in this sport. For this week's Moment of Science, I'm Chandler Jordan.
All right, Chandler, thanks for that. And thanks to you, the viewers, for understanding as we go through some technical difficulties here at the station. Happens every now and again, but of course our crew is working behind the scenes diligently to make sure that we can get back on the air on WIS. But again, we appreciate your patience and your understanding throughout the whole ordeal.
Absolutely. We'll continue to provide updates as best we can on air and online. But thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you later. Have a great night.